Hello and welcome to the Millionaire Mompreneur Podcast, where we empower mompreneurs to build wealth, grow thriving businesses, and reclaim their time. I'm your host, Alexa Starks. I'm a tech expert, a ChatGPT master, and a mama to two little ones under 2. And I'm here to guide you through the ups, the downs, and everything in between of running a business while raising a family. Each week, we'll dive into topics like making money, scaling your business, and embracing a millionaire mindset. So grab a coffee or reheat the one that you forgot, and let's get started on building the life that you deserve. Hello, and welcome to this first episode of the Millionaire Mompreneur Podcast. In today's episode, we're going to be talking all about from side hustle to six figures, how to grow your business on a budget. So don't forget to join the Mompreneur Mastermind Community if you haven't already, where we have weekly lessons on how to use ChatGPT to grow your business and make money, weekly networking coffee chats and group coaching, and more. Link is in the description. So today's episode, like I said, is all about how to turn your side hustle into six figures, how to actually grow your business on a budget. So as mompreneurs, there's a lot that goes into growing your business and trying to raise kids at the same time. I mean, diapers and formula and baby food and outfits that they wear once before they grow out of it costs so much money to raise and have kids nowadays. And it also costs money to grow your business and scale, right? There's that phrase, you got to spend money to make money. You got to spend money on ads or networking or groups or courses. And so there's a lot of money, and you've got all these different platforms that you might need. So there's a lot. And if you are a mompreneur, you might need to budget. And so this is all about how to take your side hustle and grow it and scale it while doing it on a budget. So I'm going to take you through some specific steps and affordable tools, and then realistic growth timelines for how you can actually grow your business on a budget. So the first thing is you have to change your mindset. Growing your business is not a disadvantage. It's actually a huge advantage. It allows you to be more creative and make smarter decisions on where you're going to invest your money, right? If you have tons of money to spend, you can do this app and try this platform and try that platform, and you just forget where you've put your credit card in and you get all these bills at the end of the month. And so it forces you to be more strategic about where you're spending your money. And so it's actually a good thing. Can lead to smarter investments and higher ROI, return on investment. So, for example, I spend a lot on formula and diapers for my kids. I've got 2 kids, 2 under 2. My son is in size 7 Pampers. My daughter's in size 3. She's 6 months old. And so we go through diapers a lot. And, you got to have wipes. You got to have some good diaper, like everything, formula, it's so expensive. And so I'm really cautious about where I'm spending my money. And I love certain platforms that have either free trials or free starter plans or really, really cheap ones. So I'm going to take you through some of my favorites later in this episode. But definitely growing on a budget is for sure doable. It's feasible. And it's also a good thing. It allows you to be more strategic. All right. So let's talk about steps to scale without a huge investment. So the first thing that you want to do is define your clear goals, right? You want to set clear goals so that you understand where you're spending your money and why, right? If your goal is to grow, let's say on Instagram, then maybe it makes sense to be spending money on Instagram ads, and it might not make sense to be spending money on LinkedIn ads. Or if your goal is to increase product sales or your service or course offer sales, maybe it makes sense to be spending money on paid ads for it. Or if you're looking to get a mentor, it makes sense to spend it on that. But set measurable, specific goals so that it helps you focus and get clear about where you're spending your money and how it lines up to your goals. Secondly, focus on your unique value proposition. Focus on what sets you apart from other businesses. And that's going to really help you hone in on your audience and your niche so that when you are talking to them, when you're creating content on social media, that really is going to resonate with your audience. And so that way it's easier to get them to convert, right? If you're trying to speak to a wide audience and you haven't narrowed down your niche, it's going to be really difficult to create content that resonates with your audience. It's just too broad. So get really clear on your unique value proposition, what you offer in your business, and it'll help you just, again, get clear and go back to your goals on what you're trying to accomplish. The third is identify and prioritize high impact tasks. Okay, this is a really important one. So I want you to break down tasks that line up and measure up to your goals that have the highest potential for return on investment, ROI. So for example, running paid ads, right? Does that have the highest return on investment? Does that have the highest ROI for you? Or is it nurturing leads over email? That has a lower cost to customer acquisition, right? Because they're already in your CRM. You already have them maybe from a free lead magnet download that you've got running. And now you have to nurture those leads. And so you're sending them emails, and eventually they convert and buy your course or product or service. And so that has a higher ROI, most likely, than running paid ads, which has a higher cost to acquire a customer. So focus on tasks that have highest return on investment. Are you creating a course that's going to cost, $97 or $100 right? Whatever it is. Does that mean spend time during your day on building out that course? Because eventually it'll have a really high ROI. So I want you to work through a list of what tasks will bring you the highest return on your investment. And then even if it's, you're going to do the same thing with platforms or where you're spending your money, which one will bring you the most ROI? Is it putting your money towards paid ads? Is it spending money on the Canva platform? Is it spending money on ManyChat platform? Is it spending money to start a podcast? All of these things, which one will bring you the highest ROI to then get converting buyers or leads into buyers and things like that? So, like I mentioned, I want you to focus, this next one, I want you to focus on customer retention over acquisition. So we've seen that when you focus on customer retention and nurturing leads over acquiring new leads, it's actually cheaper, right? Like I just talked about. If you're nurturing those emails and building a community on social media, they start to know you, they start to like you, they start to trust you. They see your content, they see your product that you keep pitching in sales and in stories and in reels. That's easier to convert those people into paying clients than it is to acquire someone who's never seen your work from scratch, from zero. So for example, running paid ads, yeah, it's great, but you're probably going to have better success emailing and doing nurturing emails to your email base, your contacts in your CRM, and getting those people to convert. So focus on those people. Make sure you have great emails, templates, email sequences already set up so that you're constantly selling and pitching and talking to your audience in emails that you already have. That's free, basically. So focus on those tasks. And then automate and streamline. So make sure that you have email sequences already set up. You've got different customer journeys. If they sign up for your free lead magnet download, now you've got a journey that they go through that sends an automatic, 5 different emails, 2 days, then 3 days, another one, and then 3 days, another one, whatever it is. But make sure that you have those things automated so that saves you both time and money. You're streamlining that task, right? Or same thing with social media scheduling tools. This is a huge one. If you're trying to grow your business, make sure that you're using a scheduler so you can create a bunch of content and schedule it out. And there's tons of great free options out there, and we'll go into that in just a moment. But make sure that you're automating and streamlining, because that will also help not only bring in your higher ROI, but also free up your time to focus on other tasks that also will bring in more revenue for you. So you can't be spending all day creating content to post on social media daily, and there's not going to be enough time left to then do a networking to generate more clients, or a webinar, or focus on other tasks. If you're trying to build out a course or a product, there's not enough time in the day, especially if you have kids and other things going on at like a 9-to-5 job, and this is your side gig that you're trying to grow. So focus on automating and streamlining. Okay, Let's talk about how to leverage free and affordable tools and platforms. So I highly recommend you look for platforms that offer a free trial. That's a phenomenal way to test out a product, especially if it does cost money for their starter plan. So for example, I believe Canva has a free option and a free trial, and it's phenomenal. And then even their second tier up, I think is like $12 or $14. Maybe it's 15 now, but that's pretty cheap. And Canva is a phenomenal tool for graphics and photos, and I use it all the time to make reels and carousel posts and, podcast covers, everything. So highly, highly recommend if you don't already use it. I also recommend, Mailchimp or ConvertKit for email marketing. I think Mailchimp has a great 30-day or 2-week or 30-day free trial. And then they do have a free plan, or I think it's like $12 a month for the next level up. But highly recommend those. Social media scheduling. I know Metricool has a free tier, completely free. So, and you can also loop in your Facebook and Instagram and all that in the free plan. So it's phenomenal. Google Analytics is free insights into your website's performance. Highly recommend that. So there's a lot of options out there. Do your research, whether you use ChatGPT to help you research or you just put into Google like best social media scheduling tool. I highly recommend find the ones that give you a free trial and test them out, because those are the ones that are also going to lead back to high ROI tasks and automation and streamlining those tasks. So email marketing, your email CRM, highly recommend doing one of those. Canva is a great one for your photos and images and graphics. So definitely make sure that you're leveraging free and affordable tools. It's super easy to find these and test them out before you commit. I actually rarely do the annual plans. I know a lot of them will give you a discount if you sign up for an annual plan instead of a monthly plan, but I don't like to commit to a whole year, because what if, in 5 months there's a new thing that comes out that's better and I find I like that better. So I like to do the monthly plans, but if you're really sticking to a budget, most platforms have a discount if you sign up for the annual plan. Okay. Lastly, let's talk about setting realistic timelines for growth. I can't even tell you how many times I see on Instagram every single day someone talking about, I grew my business to $100,000 this month, and I launched my course and got $200,000 in the first week. These are unrealistic. They're so unfair to the vast majority of people. These are unrealistic. If you're launching a course and you've got, hundreds of thousands of followers already, or tens of thousands of people in your email CRM, yeah, it's possible that when you first launch, you could have a great launch. And I'm not knocking on that. Some people do. But if you're starting from scratch, and if some of your goals are growing your social media following, or generating leads and adding contacts into your email database, it can take some time. So set milestones that are realistic for you and your business and where you are in your journey, right? If you're starting out from scratch, that's going to be different than someone who's been doing this already for a few years and now they're trying to double their growth or double their sales, right? So set large goals and break those down into manageable short-term milestones, right? So if you're going to set a goal for by the end of this year, it's already October. Well, let's say in 6 months from now, I'm going to do X. I'm going to double my sales, or I'm going to generate 10,000 new leads in my email CRM, right? Set a large goal, but then break those down so that it's easier to achieve them. So you would say, in month 1, I'm going to generate X. In month 2, I'm going to do Y. In month 3, I'm going to do Z, right? And so that way you track month over month. Or if you're doing a yearly goal, you can do quarter over quarter, what those smaller goals are so that you can work on hitting those. And that's more manageable rather than, oh my God, in 12 months I have to do this. And it seems really far out. So if you can focus on achieving smaller tasks, smaller goals, those that will stack up to the larger goal, that's going to be better for you. And then don't forget to review your goals. I know this sounds redundant and repetitive, and we've heard this a billion times from everyone, but like genuinely review how your progress is towards your goals so that if you need to adjust something, you can, right? If you realize, 10,000 new leads in my email this month is not realistic, I'm going to adjust it to 1,000, right? That's fine. You just have to adjust and make sure that you're reviewing your progress. So that way you don't feel like you're failing. You just have to adjust and, tweak your goal. Maybe something isn't that realistic. And so you just have to adjust. So everyone's timeline for growth is going to look a little bit different from the other person's, because that's just where you are in your business journey from someone else. But setting those realistic timelines is going to be really helpful for creating those goals that you're trying to achieve, and then what tasks you can do that are going to measure up to that, and then setting a timeline and planning it for yourself in a calendar. Like this week, I'm going to focus on XYZ high ROI tasks because that helps me achieve goal 1, and that ladders up to my overall milestone of milestone A, right? And so you get it. Okay. So that's all I've got for you. So remember, scaling on a budget is very possible. Focus on your high ROI, high impact tasks that are going to generate you the most revenue. Automate and streamline where you can so that you can clear up your time to focus on those other high impact tasks. And test out free or affordable tools to find what works for you, and set yourself realistic timelines and realistic goals. So for this week, what I want you to do is identify one high impact task that you can focus on this week that will help you grow your business. So figure out whatever it is that you're working on this week that is going to bring you the most revenue, and just focus on that one thing. And then see how it goes at the end of the week. See what you've done, what you've accomplished, how things have improved. And if you haven't already, don't forget to join the Mompreneur Mastermind Community. We have weekly lessons on how to use ChatGPT to grow your business and make money. We've got weekly networking coffee chats and group coaching and a lot more. The link is in the description. I'll also put some links in the description for the platforms that I mentioned. And don't forget to subscribe so that you get notifications on new episodes from this. Alrighty, that's it. I will see you guys in the next episode.